Oh shoot. Hey everybody. Hey, welcome to the Tuesday show. I'm James Chen, and the camera's crooked. Holy crap. This is really hurting my OCD right now, that the camera is actually kind of slanted a little bit. I need to fix that at some point in time. I'll do that in a little bit. But as you can see here, this is going to be a very short episode today. Everybody was busy today. So the Steves are traveling to E-League, so they are not, or they have a lot of work to do for E-League, so they got to take care of that. And honestly, the slant on the camera is really hurting me. David was not able to make it today, so it is just going to be I. So it is just I today to do the Tuesday show, and so it's going to be a very short episode. I'm not going to be talking about many things. You can see there's only 2 topics up there. Probably won't do a lot of other stuff. I do want to talk about a few things. Actually, let me add in a couple of other things here. Let me just add a couple of stuff in here. There we go. So I'm just going to add a couple of extra things up here. So I'm just going to talk about a few quick things. Like I said, it's probably only just going to be like maybe just half an hour, 40-some minutes long or whatever like that. So I'm probably going to actually just do this as a quick stream, then go back to streaming some Bikin practice and messing with the answer a little bit to find out what that character's about. I was doing on that on twitch.tv/jchensor. You see what I'm doing? Since I'm here by myself, I'm shamelessly plugging my other stream, twitch.tv/jchensor. And if you guys want to jump over when I switch back to answer and mess with him a little bit on the Guilty Gear Exert Rev 2 demo, you can follow me over there. But basically, it's just me for today. But the reason why I'm doing this episode, because there is a couple of topics that there's one particular topic I really wanted to talk about. Are you guys getting an echo too? I swear I can hear an echo, and I can't figure out why. Hang on a second. I don't know where the echo's coming from. I don't know why there's an echo, but the echo is there right now. So, oh, I know why. Okay, there. Echo is gone. Blah, there we go. Okay. Alright, let's start all over again. So, the reason why I'm streaming this today is because there was definitely a couple of topics that I really wanted to talk about. So I didn't want to skip this episode regardless that no one was around. So I just wanted to, I mean, even if it's just going to be me talking, then that's fine. I'll be able to talk and then just kind of give you guys my opinion on a bunch of things like that. But also the other thing that I really wanted to test here today was that previously, so my capture card captures at the highest of 1080i, my video camera output at 1080p, so I had to capture the 1080p and 1080i. There was some craziness, and so you'd always see all this really yucky interlacing on the camera, and everyone's always telling me, James, fix your camera, but I needed a better capture device. However, this weekend over here, I was at a Dreamhack Austin. I was talking to Spencer Chung, one of the main guys who runs the Tenno production streams. You guys probably know him. He's probably one of the best stream runners that we have out there. Seg uses him for pretty much everything that they do. He actually told me about a feature on XSplit that I didn't know about, which was the de-interlace. So let me know, does it look better? Is it less, there's no interlacing anymore? Things actually look a lot better, so there you go. Okay, so yeah, so today is SoloChenTV. SoloChenTV, so it's just going to be me. Let's talk about a few things real quick. In particular, let's talk about Dreamhack Austin. The results, which I haven't pulled up yet. Let me get that up here for you guys. If you guys are wondering why everyone's gone, it's because the Steves are doing work for E-League and they're about to travel. I think they have to get ready for E-League. David just has a lot of work, and because we're traveling so much this week, we just came back from Austin, and then we're literally going back to Texas again this weekend for Texas Showdown. So, no one was able to make it except for me today, so here I am by myself. Yeah, exactly, Shoto Blanca. I'm the star. I'm the star now. It's just me. It's just me. So, oh yeah, that's right. Me and Sajam were at ESL earlier today. Yeah. Totally happened. I think everybody missed the... Dude, the camera's crooked and it's driving me nuts. You don't understand. Okay. All right. You know what, Very Wolf? I feel you. Hang on a second, guys. Actually, you know what? I can keep talking while I fix this at the same time. So, but yes, this is definitely driving me crazy. It is driving my OCD nuts, and I have to fix it. Otherwise, I will probably go crazy staring at my TV, seeing it crooked like that. Okay. It's a little better. It's a little better. Always forget if I take off the headset, that doesn't necessarily mean I can't talk anymore. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about some stuff. Let's talk about Dreamhack Austin. I definitely want to talk about a few things about the results here. But obviously, if you guys saw it, it was pretty crazy. Lots of great players at this event once again. These premier events are all going to be stacked. With no auto qualifiers, everybody's going to be... going to every one of these premieres to get on as many points as possible, because a lot of people actually don't even know how many points you'll probably need to auto qualify or just to be safe. A lot of people are saying around 500 points according to calculations made based on last year's events results. They said maybe around 480 points, but that was also when people qualified, they stopped going to events. So they might have been earning more points and such like that. So not necessarily safe. So people are going to be going to a lot of these events, including Dreamhack Austin. Lots of great players here. If I just go through the results, and hang on a second, I'm going to split myself in two, I think. Let's see here. Let me do this really quick and get this set up here. Whoops. A YouTube video started playing, if you're wondering what that was. So let's go to results. I'm going to be split in two. Oh no, actually that didn't turn out so bad. Okay. Let me go to this window capture here. I'm sorry guys, this is even going to be harder to do as I am literally by myself. So let's see, which one? There it is. There we go. Okay. Dreamhack Austin results. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Why is this not adjusting here? Oh, there we go. Okay. Dreamhack Austin results here. So we see here, and again, this was a completely stacked tournament here. We have in 13th place Yukadon, who of course was a top finisher at EVO last year. Momochi at 9th place. CJ Truth, who put Punk into loser's bracket with his Cammy. So very strong play from CJ Truth in 9th place. Oh, dude, I just skipped 13th. So it's Udeal, Yukadon, K-Brad in 13th, LPN in 13th. And LPN has been playing really well recently. He was in top 8 at NCR, top 13 here. So definitely stepping it up. Shoutouts to him. Daigo Umahara in 13th place. Really trying to come together with his Guile. Still a little bit of problems. I heard he got blown up by K-Brad. And I heard he got blown up by Punk as well. 9th place, Dogura with Urian, Momochi with Ken, CJ Truth, as I said, was the only person who defeated Punk, put him to losers, and he's playing really, really well. And I know he's dedicating a lot of work and effort into being one of the top Street Fighter 5 players. And Ricky Ortiz in 9th place. So despite the fact that her character had been nerfed, a lot of people were saying that Ricky wasn't going to do as well anymore because the character was nerfed. Here she is in 9th place using that character. But let's go to the top 8 here really quick here. So if you look at the top 8, 7th place, Snake Eyes. So really happy for Snake Eyes. Another one of those players that people kind of started, you know, losing faith in. They were like, oh, he's washed up. He doesn't have his green hand, EX green hand. Doesn't have Zangief, so not going to be very good. But here he is in 7th place. Shows you that he's still capable. Goichi, never ashamed to switch to top-tier characters, going with Ibuki now, getting very far. Alex Myers has been playing super well, but unfortunately for Alex Myers and for Justin Wong. So Justin Wong, who put Knuckle Dew into loser's bracket, a lot of people calling Justin washed up after his E-League performance and such, but as you can see right here, did really well. Both him and Alex Myers got into 5th place. Unfortunately, they did so by getting to top 8 in winner's bracket and then losing 2 in a row. very unfortunate. Not a great way to do top 8. In fact, it definitely feels more like you lost than you won in a lot of ways. But they both got 130 points for the Capcom Pro Tour, so they're super happy. Dude did not place very high. He actually was eliminated pretty early on. 4th place, Phenom, very good player from Europe. You can still see here, but like outside of, well, okay, Phenom, yeah, doing really, really well here with his Necalli. Necalli, one of those characters that I feel like everybody has started sleeping on here. 3rd place, Razor Cien with Fong and Ibuki, and he only used Fong one time. That's how dominant Punk is. So Cien has looked like pretty much the most unbeatable player for a little bit now. Since final round, it was just like, holy crap, this guy is super good. But, dude, the way that Punk dismantled him in a 3-0, making him even switch to Fong and getting bodied super, super badly, even with Fong, was something else, let me tell you. Just kind of shows you that Punk is a crazy, crazy player now. Yeah, and some people in the chat are saying that Cien versus Punk was just crazy because, like, the fact that Punk dispatched him so handily was nuts, dude. That was so crazy. Yeah, and my right arm. So I should just be doing stuff like, I should be doing stuff like doing some sort of plays like it. What do you, no, this way, there we go. Hey, what's up, hand? Hey, what's going on? Hey, yeah, what's going on? Hey, how you feeling right now? Yeah, good, okay, cool. Hey, well, you know what, I've got the show to do, so, you know, I'm going to appreciate it if you didn't distract me anymore. All right, peace out. Okay, but yeah, that was pretty crazy to me, that dismantling right there. So, also, 2nd place, Graft Haitani. Haitani looking super strong, and he played really well. And the fact that he did beat Cien in winners finals to send him to the winners finals bracket was very, very impressive. But the story is Punk, right? The story is Punk. Punk is the story right now. And on stream, on commentary for top 8, after the whole thing was done, you know, I made the comment that I was like, is US the best in Street Fighter V right now? Does US rule Street Fighter V? You know, I didn't mean it as like the whole entire country. I just meant it as like the one guy is doing super well. And honestly, Punk is the best. And even though Knuckle Dude didn't do particularly well here at this tournament today, this last weekend, it's hard to argue that he's one of the best. And yeah, we had a lot of Japanese players make it in here, right? I mean, we had Dogura in here, Daigo Umahara was here, Momochi was in here. They were all here, but top 8, 4 of the players from US. And I think that's pretty impressive. That's not to say that US is the best country, though. That's the one thing that I kind of wanted to clarify from my commentary, was I didn't mean US was like dominant and like haha, you know, and stuff like that. I just meant that the US is the best in Street Fighter V now because just happens that the best player comes from there. So there you go. Right now, I just don't think it can be disputed that Punk is the best. The way that he dismantled everybody. Magneto 1080p, he lost one game against. From there up until grand finals, he only lost one game to Justin Wong. He only lost one game to Justin Wong's Chun-Li, but outside of that, he was 0-2, I'm sorry, I should say he was 2-0, and he was 3-0 against everybody else until finally grand finals where Haitani, in 2 sets, was able to take 2 games. I think Punk is just ridiculous right now, and I think without question he is the best player. NCR, Fudo said that he thought Punk was the best player after he played him. What makes him so good? I mean, to be honest with you, the kid has reactions for days, and he's so attuned to the game. And you know, a lot of people talk about whiff punishing, and all these videos are floating around of him whiff punishing people. And you know, there's some people saying like, see, you can whiff punish in this game. Then there's other people like, man, it must be nice to have an 18-year-old kid's reaction. And then there is a lot of people saying, well, Karen is good at whiff punishing because she moves forward, like on her stand heavy kick, on her stand heavy punch, where she slaps the opponent like that. And so, of course, it's easy to whiff punish with Karen, but like with other characters, nah. And then some people are like, no, that, you know, there's all this conversation about whiff punishing right now. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about was I don't even know if everybody has it right. I don't know if any of that is correct. To be honest with you, I just feel like that it's not even necessarily Punk's reaction. In fact, someone was even saying that, like, when they threw out Heavy Punch with Laura, that he would run into it a lot. It's not that he's reacting to the buttons and whiff punishing them, is that he's anticipating the buttons because he's baiting you to hit the buttons. He is so good at controlling distance from his opponent that he'll walk into the opponent's maximum button range and then walk right out because he's baiting you to hit that button. And as soon as you hit that button, he just has the response all ready to go. I don't think it's 18-year-old reaction, although that doesn't hurt because the way that he hit confirms off of crouch medium kick is definitely a higher reaction than most people. But I still feel like his whiff punish largely just comes from the fact that he is baiting the opponent. You'll see him walk into range and walk out of ranges a lot. When he was beating Cien's V-skill, he would get into V-skill range, then backdash and sweep the V-skill, or he would stand right outside. Like, you can see him a lot. He is the master at walking back. You'll see him poke, and then take a step back, and then you'll see Ibuki do her V-skill, and immediately he racks with his own V-skill and hits it. It's really, really crazy, and I think that, you know, it just shows not that it's Karen, not that it's, not that, you know, Feng's down towards Heavy Punch is really slow. All these things like that. It's not because Punk is young. I think it's just because Punk is manipulating the footsies and the spacing better than everyone else. I really honestly think that is the reason why Punk can whiff punish things so well, is that he's so good at knowing what block strings that he does puts him at what range. A lot of people, I don't think, study this enough. I'm not saying that the other top players don't. 100% they do. But I think Punk just has a mastery over it that nobody else does. That's why he's able to whiff punish moves. And I wish, you know, I could have a nice little debate with everybody else here. Let me switch to the main cam. I wish I could have a nice debate, you know, talk about this conversation, fill it out with David and Steve. They're all busy today. So I am here by myself doing the Tuesday show. It's going to be a very short Tuesday show. But that is definitely kind of what I wanted to talk about. About Punk's play, why he can whiff punish. Because I really feel like he just has a great understanding of it. Watch back some of those matches from Dreamhack Austin and see how often, right before he whiff punishes someone, he walks backwards. Like, I need to go back and watch it myself to make sure of that, but I from what I remember seeing live at the time, I remember a lot of people would walk backwards. Like, he would walk backwards and then whiff punish because they were doing the replays there. And shout outs once again to Tenno Productions for the quick replays and the awesome replays. But as I was watching the replays and able to notice the whiff punishes a little more, also Hi Fight on Twitter, you should follow him. I think it's a pun on highlight. I think that's what it is, but it's HIFIGHTH, I believe. I think that's what he is. Nope, actually, it might just be High Fight. Then never mind. Let's see here. No, that isn't here. Shoot, what is his Twitter? What is that Twitter? Shoot, I forgot his Twitter, and I am really ashamed of myself right now. It's not just Raw High Fight. It's there it is. It's High Fight TH. That's what it is. Okay, so it's twitter.com/highfight.th is what it is. Let's see, did I type that right? Yes, okay. So let's do this. I'm going to type it in the chat right now. There you go. It's highfighttH. That is the Twitter right there. And in fact, but you guys should follow him because he always puts up highlights. I retweet him all the time. So, but the thing is, I was watching a lot of the highlights and the clips that he was capturing. And I could actually see Punk walking backwards a lot of the times right before he did the whiff punish. And I think that's a crucial thing. Now, a lot of the top players out there are going to be saying, like, James, we all do that. We all do that. Yes, I do believe a lot of people do that, but I feel like Punk just does it better than anyone else. And that's why it's really, really crazy that he can whiff punish so many things. I don't think it's just reaction whiff punish. It's definitely anticipation. And definitely he had, I think it was Eli who was saying that when he played some casual matches with Punk, he would do towards heavy punch with Laura, and Punk would actually just kind of walk into it a lot of times because he was expecting shorter range buttons from Laura instead of this big laggy forward moving move. So not sure, but it's kind of how I feel about it. So but yeah, how can he know all of them? How can he know all the spacing? Who knows what he's doing in his spare time in the training mode? But then also at the same time, he might not know all of them. And then at the same time, he plays so much online. So what do I think about the suggestion? Some have that because the U.S. is so dominant, that must mean the game is bad. Nah, it's not true. That's completely false. That's completely false. It's not. U.S. can't only dominate in bad games. MVC2 is a fine game. MVC3 is a fine game, dude. Like, they're not bad games at all, right? And they were dominant in those games as well. This just, I mean, honestly, it's just, David has talked about this a lot, too. It's just that the pool of players is so much larger that you're just going to have the best players coming out now. And so everybody is super good at this game. The way that I always say it is, why is China and Russia and the U.S. always so good at the Olympics? Why are they winning the Olympics so much? It's because they have a gigantic pool of human beings in their countries. They have just, their countries are gigantic. So it's going to be easy for them to happen to find, like, okay, like here, oh my God, we have this team of 8 amazing gymnasts, right? Whereas if you go to like another one of the other countries, they just got this tiny little country. They don't have as many people, so it's going to be harder for them to gather a team of 8 gymnasts to dominate a bunch of things, right? So as a result, you know, same thing with fighting games. Because they're more popular, because more people are playing, there is just such a giant pool of players, and we're all getting better now. And because of the simultaneous release of Street Fighter V across the globe, no area has had really much of an advantage. Right now, it just so happens that Punk is the best. But I don't even think US is the best at the game. It's just Punk. Punk is the best at the game. Second best player might even be Cien, might be Haitani, you know, might be Phenom. None of these guys are US players. Might be Knuckledew. He is a US player, right? But it just so happens that the best player right now is Punk. And there he is. He's one of the best. So there you go. Yeah, okay. Let's not. Yeah, definitely with Olympics and everything, there's all sorts of stupid like things like doping, whatever. But that's not the point. That's not the point. In any case, that's kind of how I feel about that situation right now. So I just really want to talk a little bit about Punk, about how he's the best, how I think that he is the best in the world right now. Not that necessarily US is the best, and also talk about why I think the whiff punishing from him is so good.